Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to Winter 2021 Warning Shot. My idea was to call this another warning shot, but this one will work as well. So here, Metal Gear Speedrunners is hosting all of the runners who got into ESA. So to kick things off, we got Jaguar King. How's it going, Jaguar King?
Hello. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening, even. Welcome, guys. And we're gonna start Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker HD edition. This is the HD edition that was released back in 2011. We're playing the Xbox 360 version of the game on Xbox Series X via backward compatibility, which is actually the fastest version of the game. And the category that I'm actually doing is going to be first ending S rank. And to explain a little bit, we're going to get an S rank on every mission in the game. There are going to be 26 missions in this game, and we're going to have to get an S rank in all of them. The requirement for S rank is just you need to beat every mission without getting spotted, without getting an alert, or killing anyone. Thankfully, rations and continues will not matter. So I'm pretty much ready. Are you ready, Spotty?
Yes, I am. Let's do this. Let me know when you are good to go, and I'll start the timer.
All right. Timer is gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right, yeah. So like Jaguar King said, he's gonna attempt to get an S rank. So most of the missions, you'll see him be very stealthy in his approach, try to get no alerts. If he does get an alert or something goes wrong where it nullifies the S rank, he'll just have to attempt the mission again. But then the real kickers are the vehicle missions, but we'll explain that when we get there.
Yeah, the vehicle missions are pretty much the meat of the run. Them and the AI boss battles that we're going to have to fight here as well. But most of the run should be cakewalk. We should not have to worry about them. There are going to be some missions that requires me to be really, really stealthy and take like precise movements. Otherwise, I'm going to get spotted. And there are missions that, we're going to have to try and get an S rank, because if we fail that particular mission, we're going to lose like over a huge amount of time. So this is the first area. This is simple, just a tutorial where you're going to have to familiarize yourself with the controllers and everything. I'm using a grenade here to destroy that door, which is important. And then we're going to head to the first mission now. The caveat about the vehicle mission is that what makes them hard is the fact that if you get spotted, you have no choice but to restart the whole mission all over again. There are some RNG that could happen during the whole mission, and this could screw things over really, really badly. So hopefully things are going to be fine.
Yeah, so the first mission is just your real tutorial mission. Tells you how everything works. You just run from point A to point B, which is a lot of Peace Walker missions. But the first area, nothing really to it. Just go from one side of the map to the other.
Take the long way around.
Yeah, also, I forgot to mention, this is new game. This is not a new game plus. This is a new game, which means we're going to have to pick up a lot of soldiers, Fultoning them, pretty much develop our mother base. And it's really crucial to do so, because we need to get a lot of weapons and items that's going to definitely help us throughout the whole run. And otherwise, we're not going to be able to finish this as fast as possible.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
And that becomes important. So you'll see Jag pick up a lot of soldiers on his way to missions, and he's doing that just to develop his mother base, to get enough levels so he can develop certain items, certain weapons that he's going to need later on in the run. And we're going to run into the first little QTE that Peace Walker is known for. So these are the little unskippable cutscenes that are coming up. So there's going to be some QTEs, some buttons that'll pop up on screen, and Jag just has to press those as fast as he can to progress the cutscene.
Yeah, thankfully you can pretty much like mash the next button and you don't have to worry about timing it correctly. Like for example, right now I'm gonna start to mash R1 and I'm not gonna have to worry about any consequences of missing out or like mistiming the inputs, and which means I'm gonna be able to input that button as fast as possible and without having to worry about any consequences of like losing the inputs. Also, one more thing regarding QTE is that you need to know. You need to successfully push every button. If you mess up, you're gonna lose this one. This is actually quite important. I mean, if I miss one of the input, for example, instead of pressing R1 and ended up pressing a triangle or L1, I'm gonna lose an S rank because getting perfect QTE segments is mandatory for S rank as well. So, right now we're gonna head to Mother Base and we're gonna start the first Mother Base developments. So first things first, we're gonna get Miller to R&D. The most important thing about developing the Mother Base is that we need a lot of R&D people, so we can develop a lot of weapons and stuff. Oops, that's okay. And here we're gonna develop the Mark II 22 pistol and the smoke grenades. And that's it. We're gonna visit the Mother Base 4 times during the run. This is the first time. The second time is gonna be in about 2 missions from now.
Okay, so after each mission, you'll get a prompt popping up saying if you want to go back to Mother Base or next mission. So now Jaguar King is just loading up his kind of like his loadout, different setups he'll rock. So first he's setting up his naked fatigues where he's not wearing any camo, so he can run faster. And he's also setting up his weapons and items to take with him.
Yeah, we're gonna stay with the naked for a little bit until we get the sneaking suit. We're gonna switch to the J fatigue as well for vehicles missions, some of the vehicle missions like the Hind D and the AI battles later on. As this can actually help a lot with the menus and pretty much lower the amount of menus that you need to do significantly by having 2 different loadouts on the get-go. So this is the first mission. Our goal here is to go and contact the Sandinistas. They are pretty much in this mission. One thing that you might be noticing, I'm using the box, something we call box rush. It's actually the fastest type of movements that you can actually do. However, by doing so, you're going to have to consume some stamina. And that's something that we need to be mindful for. This is why I have the mates, which also allow you to increase your stamina, pre-fill your stamina whenever you use the box. You can use the box to 11 dashes, and other than that, you're going to be at 0 stamina, and you have no choice but to use a mate. So this is the final area of this mission. We're going to have to take down these soldiers, and we're going to have to Fultoning them as well.
Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
Okay.
So almost box boosting, box rushing, box running, whatever you want to call it. So you'll see on your bottom left, you have your health and then you have your stamina meter. So whenever you do the box boosting, your stamina slowly depletes. And that's where you need to take a calorie mate or some type of recovery item that boosts your stamina back up. So your items will either boost your stamina or it'll boost your life up. So if you want to keep box boosting further and further, you'll have to take mates, and you'll see Jaguar King do that later on in the run. He'll run out of stamina, he'll pop in a mate to get his stamina back up and then continue to box boost.
Yep, that is correct. As I always said before, the box is the main type of movements, as it allow us to do dashes, and it will save a significant amount of time for the run. So this is the second QTE kind of mission. It's quite simple. All you have to do is just mash R1, and you don't have to worry about aiming or anything else.
Yeah, I remember when I first played this, tried to aim the thing. It took forever, but this one you just need to mash R1 and you're good to go. Love the little like comic style layout the Peace Walker presents.
Yeah, it actually serves the PSP version, the PSP really, really well.
Yeah, definitely the right way to go.
So right now, we're not going to go to the mother base. Instead, we're going to start the next mission, and then we're going to have to follow and pursue Amanda. Amanda is one of the Sandinistas that's going to help us pretty much figure out what the hell is going on here on Costa Rica. So we're going to have to follow her then and pretty much locate and know more about what's going on. And at the same time, we're going to continue picking up more soldiers on the way.
Cool. On the Xbox version, you get like a little loading screen about the character, and then on the PlayStation version, the loading screen is just the bottom right Peace Walker logo, and that's it.
Yeah, I wonder what the heck was that actually. I mean,
yeah, I don't know why the different versions, but so something you want to pay attention to when you go from screen to screen. You want to be standing up and running. If you're crouching or if you're in a box, as you load into the next screen, Snake will move very slowly, like he's crouching. So if you want to be standing straight up and running, so right here, he's running into the next loading screen. He'll be full sprinting. If you're crouching or in a box and you go into the next loading screen, Snake will continue to slowly crouch into the next area, and it's an easy way to lose time. So here's going to be an example of where he runs out of stamina, pops in some mates, this guy, and then back to boxing.
Yeah, also one more thing regarding going to the next area while standing up. Sometimes if you ended up going as crouching or in a box, you might screw up some of the cycles, and that could screw things over for you.
Yeah, it's not as big on any percent since I don't really care about the rank, but it is huge when you go for S rank, as one alert can set you all the way back to the beginning of the mission. And there's no checkpoints, correct, Jaguar King? If you lose S rank, you'll have to restart the mission from the beginning.
Yeah, that's the thing that you guys need to worry about, is the fact that if you lose an S rank, if you get spotted or you accidentally kill someone, you have no choice. There are no checkpoints. You're going to have to restart this mission all over again.
Yeah, and some of the missions can use you minutes as it takes you all the way back to the beginning. And you'll have to repeat the whole thing again. I don't know how these Fultons are going straight through the roof, but oh well.
They are infused with nanomachines. Don't worry about it.
Works for me. Nice headshot, and continue on.
So, coming up is the first vehicle mission. The reason why vehicle missions are really, really scary is the fact that, keep in mind, normally, in order to get an S rank, you have to come back to these vehicle missions later on after you have like equipments and gear that help you get the S rank quite easily. However, we do not have the luxury of doing so. We're going to have to work with what we have. So first thing first, we're going to head back to the mother base, as we're going to have to do some stuff and develop some stuff as well. First of all, I'm going to put the new recruit that we just picked up. We're going to auto-assign them, and then we're going to start developing the Fulton level 2. This will allow us to use Fulton, especially on like some of the big vehicle mission like the Hind and the tank as well. So this mission, yeah, this is not the hardest mission, but things could go wrong, so I'm gonna let Sparty explain it.
Okay, so the main objective of this mission is you have to take out the soldiers as well as the commander inside of the vehicle. So the first things first, and he has to take out 2 sets of 4 soldiers. So the first 4 soldiers will spawn. Jaguar King will shoot one. This will halt everyone's movement. Now, they're not moving up the map. So he's going to shoot the one in the back a few times and the one in the front just once. So then, by the time the one in the back falls asleep, I think he missed 1 shot. Okay, he falls asleep. That one's falling asleep. The other 2 are coming. It's going a little tricky because these guys are not supposed to go up here, but he's going to hold them up.
I screwed that up.
Okay.
Let's do this again.
Restart.
I tried to go for the backup and it didn't work.
Yeah, you don't want those soldiers running too far away from the vehicle.
At the start of this mission is what makes it hard is the fact that you want to do you need to shoot the first guard on the left side so you can stop the convoy and then shoot the one behind him 3 times. Apparently one of the shots missed, or I ended up shooting the guy in front.
Alright, so the first guy he hits, second guy 3 times. Perfect. Now he's going to box boost around them, so that guy falls asleep. Then the soldier will look behind him. By the time he does that, Jaguar King will take him out. These 2 soldiers come to check. He holds them up. CQC hold up. Now he's going to Fulton all of them. Very nice. So now 4 others will come out of the back of the vehicle. So this is where Jaguar King has to align himself correctly to where once they come out, he has to chain CQC them. And the chain CQC, how it works is when you see a guard and you're not in an alert phase, you can chain the other ones next to him, and they will not cause an alert. It's like time stops pretty much when you're doing a chain CQC. It's used in Phantom Pain as well as in Ground Zeroes also, to where you can just chain CQC at the more enemies that are near you. So here they come out. He has to time this just right to where 1, and as soon as the other ones come out, so they're not causing an alert, as he's just chaining it all together. There you go, that's 4. So he's going to Fulton them all. Now he's going to blow up the little tank in the back. This will stop the commander, the captain. He'll shoot his helmet off and then shoot him in the head until his stamina is depleted.
Yeah, that was good. This is how this mission was meant to be. As we said before, usually you're supposed to come back to this mission if you want to go get an S rank. So you're gonna get yourselves a smoke grenade, which will definitely help a lot. But as we said before, since we're doing S rank new game, we do not have the smoke grenade ready for us. So we're gonna have to work with what we have, and we came up with this strats, which is a little bit finicky, but it actually works if it works, and it worked.
So another QTE. So the first one you can just spam R1, but the second one you will have to aim. If you miss the shots, the one's not over, but you do have to wait a little longer for the cutscene to end. So you will lose time if you miss these shots. Okay, that's done.
Right, 1 vehicle mission down, 2 to go. I mean, this is not the hardest one. The hardest one is going to be in a little bit the tank one. That is the one that is actually scary, and we're going to explain why it's actually a really scary mission. Alright, we're going to start the next mission now. So our goal, we're going to have to go and rescue Chico. Chico is the little brother of Amanda that we just rescued. So we're going to have to go and locate him.
Usually we're used to seeing Chico and Ground Zeroes as Joseph, Joestar, and One Cool Man run it. But this is a whole different Chico. He's much younger, much naive to everything. So the object of this mission is to go rescue him. Now, he can be in the last area of this mission. He can be in, what is it, like 4 or 5 different doors. So this is a big RNG.
He can be in 3 houses.
Okay, so it's a little RNG to which house you get. You can either save time and get the best RNG, or you can lose time and he can be at the last house. So hopefully he's at the first.
Actually, we're going to hope for him to be on the second house, because this is going to make the next mission start a little bit... Wow.
Or the fastest house, I should say, not the first that pops up. Because this mission and the next mission are linked together.
Yep. The best house is the second one. That's what you want to get.
Because the second one will drop you off in a better area to start the next mission as well.
Alright, so which house he is gonna be? It's really random, so hopefully we're gonna get the best one.
Chico's in one of these houses.
Alright, first house.
Let's see if he's there.
Hope he's not.
To check
Okay,
inside
we
a
move on
house.
to the next one.
Okay, he's here. This is the
Nice.
second house. This is actually the best house. It's not the fastest, but it's gonna make the next mission start a little bit easier for you. As if you found him in the first house, which is actually the fastest. However, there's a huge chance that when you start the next mission, a guard on the left side could easily spot you if you do not get the movement correctly. But having him on the second house, this is pretty much you don't have to worry about that as well. As you're gonna start the next mission where you find Chico in the
Boss,
previous mission.
Correct. So next mission, another run from point A to point B. You'll cover some new territory in this area. So this is the mission right before the tank battle. So,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where you'll need a little creativity using the
the
box
train terminal is on
to-
the
to
other
get
side
around
of the coffee factory.
this
For the
wall
factory
here.
first.
So here you
To get
lose
to
your
the
box
coffee
if you do
factory,
this.
you'll first
But
need to
luckily,
backtrack to the
you just
fork in
pick
the
another
road.
one up right as you hop over.
Yeah, it's conveniently there for some reason.
Yeah.
Wow, my shots are awful today.
It's very tricky to get used to Peace Walker shooting, especially when you're moving at the same time, because you don't want to come to a complete stop. You just want to keep running and shooting at the same time. So try to get the guard's head right on the
Fulton
center of
recovery
your screen.
helicopter is
And when they're
complete.
moving and you're moving, it does make it quite tricky.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
So you got to be careful here. There's a guy up top that could see you.
Mm-hmm.
And takes him out. Nice. Little prisoner you can rescue. Just keep developing that mother base up for later on in the run. And one more area. Two more areas.
Yes. I'm taking things slowly because keep in mind, if I get spotted and the alert has sounded, that's a reset. We're gonna have to reset the whole mission again. That, as I said before, wastes a huge amount of time. And just like before in the village, we're gonna use the box to climb up this area.
Very
This one-
strong box.
Yeah, this will allow us to avoid have to deal with two guards on the left side. And we're gonna take us safely to the next area, or the finishing goal. However, we're not done with the mission. There are gonna be like 5 soldiers here. It's really important to have at least 5 Fultons for them, otherwise you will not be able to take them down.
Right, so you have to be careful of how many soldiers you Fulton this level. You need to keep, like you said, at least 5. Nice. And then just Fulton all of them, and that's it for this mission. Yeah, David Hayter's voice is like an all-time growl in this game, and you can really hear that in the box boosting.
Alright, we're gonna head to the mother base for the 3rd time. And we're gonna do some development as we need to develop the M60 and the C4. The C4 is important for the mission after this one that we're about to do, which is gonna be the hardest mission in the game. This is gonna be the tank mission right now. But first, we're gonna head to the mother base. We're gonna assign Chico to the mess hall. Yeah, he's gonna be in charge of the kitchen. And then we're gonna auto-assign the rest of the staff, or excuse me, I'm gonna have to put all of the rest of the staff that we just picked up on the R&D. And this is gonna boost the R&D to level 21. So first of all, Chico to mess hall. And he made some chips, that's nice. And we're gonna assign the rest to R&D. Or 20, that's fine. Either 20, 21 is what you want. We're gonna develop the M60, C4, and since we have the smoke grenade, we're gonna develop it as well. And then we're gonna start the next mission, which is arguably the hardest mission in the game. What makes it hard is the fact that we're gonna have to take down the enemies, and the spawn points for the extra enemies that are about to spawn later is random. And that could screw up everything about this mission. So, yeah, wish me luck, guys.
Alright, good luck. Precious Roy, thank you for the tier 1 for 3 months. Roy does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, so a big contributor to what's going on in MGSR. So thank you for the sub. Okay, so what makes this mission harder than the previous vehicle mission is it's the same kind of principle where you have to take out the soldiers and fulton them away, but there's a little kick to it. Now, the tank can actually run over soldiers and kill them. Now, it won't count as a kill since obviously you're not the one killing them. So Jaguar King is going to try to line them up right in front of the tank, since you only have nice. He sees these two right in front of the tank, and then fultons these ones away. Now, more soldiers will appear, so hopefully they get run over and they die. More soldiers will appear, but since they don't come out of the back of the vehicle, they just spawn. You'll see like a flash, and sometimes you can get really bad RNG to it, like the exact position where they spawn. If they're really spread out, you kind of want them all centered together so your smoke grenade can disguise you. Okay,
this is not looking good.
Alright, and with CQC, these soldiers, you can't knock them out with a single CQC. You kind of have to CQC and then punch your weapon down to hold them up. Just like that. Okay. Now he's going to go in the corner again, so anytime you see the flash, that means more enemies spawn. Okay, so they're kind of on the opposite ends of each other. This is where they saw him last, so that's where they're going to investigate. So, smoke grenade right in the middle. Okay.
Alright. Oh boy, that was actually scary, but we managed.
It worked out, so now just the same thing as before. Shoot the gas thing in the back, shoot his helmet off, and then trank him.
Whew, holy crap, that was actually nerve-wracking, to be honest. The main issue about this fight is the second patch of soldiers after you take care of the first patch. Because as I said before, their spawn points are random and we cannot manipulate them. What makes it scary is the fact some of the soldiers might make it to the point where we take down the first batch of soldiers before the others. And what you want to do is you want to delay their chicken out the area, and that's what I did. I shot one of the guy's helmet to delay his finishing checking out the whole area, to allow for more time for the other groups to catch up. So when they catch up, I throw it a smoke grenade, comes in, CQs the and took them down, and went to the other side and took down the last two guards. And that was actually the mission. This mission, there's a lot of technicality on that mission. It's hard to explain, thanks to the random aspect of it, but you just saw the gist of it and what you actually need to do. But trust me, there's more to it, and sometimes you might need to be lucky for it.
Yeah, that could go wrong very easily, but got out of there first try. Solid Tony subbed 3 months. Thanks, Solid Tony. Appreciate the tier 1 sub.
Go back to the prison camp. It's in the village where they were
the
holding
CQC
Chico.
slam, it's just so brutal and just vicious. Just grabs them and just slams them as hard as he can, and most of the time they get knocked out. Now the ones wearing the heavy armor, you have to either slam them twice, or you have to slam them, then point your gun at them to freeze them. So the good thing about Peace Walker freezing is once you freeze an enemy, they'll just stay in that frozen state unless you get an alert or something. So again, box boosting through this area, taking the mates when you run out of stamina, and continue to box boost.
I'm gonna pick this guy up
Headshot.
just for safety.
from there.
Alright, buddy, you're
Take you
coming
straight to the
to Mother
prison
Base.
So we're returning back to the village. There's a wall there that we're gonna have to destroy with the C4 that we just developed. And then we're gonna head to the next mission after that.
Yeah, so it's a little backtracking. This is the area where we look for Chico through the doors. But we're just gonna go to a different area now. There's a barricade here. So you're gonna plant the
Plant a
C4.
C4 charge. Hold down the aim button.
Take
and
this
press
guard
the
out.
attack button.
Please blow up the barricade. And you get a little caution as the soldiers deep hear you, but they don't see you, and you run to the next area.
Also, really important is that you need to CQC that guard away from the wall that you're about to destroy, or else you're gonna have to kill. You're gonna end up killing him by mistake. The blast is gonna end up killing him. And okay, basically, once you make it here, the game is going to become significantly easier. You don't have to worry about any more like weird vehicle missions. There's going to be one more vehicle mission coming up soon, but that one is more of an RNG, and all we have to do is just hope we can get a good RNG with it.
So next mission, it's one of the cooler looking areas. I really enjoy this layout, the design for this area. Like a broken bridge, and then you get onto like a fortress
Cross the
in
bridge
the
and
mountains.
head north.
So take care of this guy first. And there's going to be two more, I believe, under the bridge. So you just box boost around them. And then stuff makes some really cool Peace Walker IL runs.
Good. You reached the transport route.
It was too
Follow it
late.
to their base.
You can freeze that guy before you reach out, but sometimes you might not be able to make it in time. We'll save a little bit of time. So this area, you need to throw a smoke grenade at specific spots so you can sneak in inside of it.
You have to get through that fort. Their base is beyond it.
Freeze that guy. Go around into the trench. Little shimmy.
You can roll into the shimmy here and grab into it, but it's actually really, really tricky to do so, and I would rather not to, because if you screw it up, you're gonna have to do this all over again, and you might end up risking getting spotted.
Alright, crater base.
Guys, I'm inside the facility. There's rows and rows of trucks here.
So here, it's
If
really
that's where they
important to
brought
pick up
the nukes, then
Kojima.
the truck we're after should be there.
And
He has
yeah,
very high
Mr. Kojima.
stats for a soldier, so you want to recruit him into Mother Base, especially in new game.
yeah, he has max
is
level
one.
intel
These
and
are
max
still
level
warm.
medics. This
The
could give
cargo's
us,
already been
this could help
offloaded.
us a lot, especially with intel, as we're going to be able to develop the chaff grenade for Peace Walker fight at the end of the game, which is going to be helpful.
Yep. So you could end the mission early by just going to the vehicle to proceed the cutscene, but you do really want to pick up Kojima in new game for your Mother Base development, then get the vehicle that you're after.
Alright, coming up is the first boss, or the first AI battle. We're going to do some menuing first, so we can equip some of the important weapons that we're actually going to need. So this is the pupa. First thing first, I'm going to have the fatigue, the J fatigue, which is this one. And I'm going to remove some of the stuff that we actually have, and just a sec. You know what? I'm going to do this slowly. Okay. Box. Oh, sorry. Okay. And I'm gonna equip the M60 here, the law, And then we're gonna equip what's called the supply marker and a smoke grenade. I'm doing equipment for this mission and other missions later on, the other vehicle missions, we're gonna have to need the BPM fatigue, which uses the same loadout as we did. So Pupa could be random. Hopefully she will not screw us over with its randomness. First thing first, we're gonna shoot it, and that shot missed. Nice. It's really hard to get that first initial shot. And we're gonna start planting supply markers, 3 of them.
They've okayed your request.
That's an AI weapon. The Pupa. It's fast.
And then we're gonna
so
head into
be
position,
careful.
start shooting it.
So these AI battles, there's really no way around it besides brute force. Just gotta keep hitting the thing. Our best weapon that could cause the most damage is this rocket launcher, the wall. And the most damage you can do is shoot right into the AI pod, its head. You can only hold 6 log grenades or ammo, so you really want to space out how much ammo you have, which ones you pick up. So you don't want to pick up one when you have like 5. You want to pick up a pack when you have around 3, so 3 more. Each pack gives you 3 ammo. You want to space those out.
What's going on? That's unlucky.
Sometimes she'll run into like these
They
little
okayed the request.
exits, and you have to wait a while for her
There'll
to
be
get
some
back
warning signs when
inside.
it's coming out.
Yeah, you do not want her to go inside because she's gonna spend too much time inside.
Yeah, it's really a huge time waste. Okay, she's back in. She launched more. So the Law and the M60. M60 is an LMG, but these are your 2 best weapons against these fights. But you really want to stick to the Law as it causes the most splash damage. You get like 6k, so almost like 19k damage.
They've okayed your
The
request.
fight's almost over. One little health bar left. The AI pod drops down, blow the hatch up, and get inside.
And that was average. Not good, but not bad either. And here, you're supposed to pick up these boards. But technically, you do not need to do so during the run. You don't have to worry about doing that. So this is actually a good time to take a break, stretch a little bit, as you're gonna have like a minute and 20 seconds probably of downtime.
Yeah, these boards are designed mostly for when you want to develop your Metal Gear. You need all the different parts. So you see all the ones with the different colors and different letters. So usually you replay these boss battle missions to get the right parts for your Metal Gear, but in a full run you never use it. So it's really like a 1+ minute of downtime, like you said, then just kind of stretch around. And this will happen every time you fight an AI. They should have like the Jeopardy music playing while you wait for this.
Yeah, and this cutscene is also unskippable, so you're gonna have even way more downtime.
And apparently there's no fall damage. Look at this thing. And that's the Pupa battle. So the best way that mission can go is Pupa will never run into the little exits. You just keep shooting the Law at her and end the fight that way.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice S rank. So the ranks for the boss battles are really tied to your time. You want to finish the mission as fast as possible, since there's no kills alerts or anything. Your time will dictate the rank.
Yeah, this is also one more thing regarding this rank. You need to finish the mission really, really fast. But in a speedrun, you don't have to worry about it. However, there is one particular mission that we're going to have to be worried about it. which is gonna be the the Peace Walker fight at the end of the game, because that fight could take really long, and we're pretty much under leveled and under equipped to deal enough damage for Peace Walker.
Yeah, that fight was really meant to happen once you develop a lot of stuff and all your weapons are max level. It's not really designed for a run like this, so it is a little tricky to get an S rank in that mission and deal enough damage with the low equipment. But now we go back to the jungle, more box boosting, more
if there's enemy scouts around here, they'll be nearly
enemy
impossible to
Fultons.
see.
So you shoot. So these little snipers are very tricky to see. They're usually hiding in the corner, laying down. Don't want to run into their line of sight.
Yeah, this mission is really short. It's not that long, actually. It's besides the first guard that we shoot, everything else is fine as long as you stay away from these guards. And that's it. And coming up is the third vehicle mission, the Hindy. And this one is the most random one. It's not as hard as the second one. However, it's kind of a random. You could either finish this mission in 4 minutes, or you can finish it in 10 minutes. It's really random, and we still do not know and figure it out how we can manipulate it to make the fight or the vehicle mission, the mission itself, go faster. So first, we're gonna equip the DPM, the TBMVT, which is this one. This is gonna increase our stuff here. Let's see, just making sure that I have all the necessary equipments. And it looks like I have. All right, so I'm gonna switch. Mark II, the loss, supply marker. All right, should be fine. We need the smoke grenade and the Voltin for this mission as well. And it's really important to check out your loadout before you go into a mission. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back and do this loadout again, and that wastes time. So first thing first, we're going to equip the smoke grenades and throw it at the soldiers in front of us.
Forget about the
And then we're going to CQC them.
Just take out the troops.
Oops. Okay, that was bad.
They haven't seen you yet.
I think we should be fine.
Perfect. Now's your chance.
And the chain CQC kicks in here. Wow. So the one thing you don't want is to get spotted by any enemies, but the chopper can easily spot you if he's in the right area, even if you've taken down all the enemies.
Helicopter is complete.
So that's what you really want to be careful in moving around when the chopper is looking at you like this. So now you're at the mercy of the helicopter. He's gonna have to drop more soldiers, and sometimes he likes to take his sweet time dropping more soldiers for you, and sometimes he does it quickly. So this is where a lot of the time save and loss comes in. If you get a fast soldier drop, or you get the really slow one.
Yeah, this mission there's 20 soldiers that we need to Fulton. Also, interesting strats. I'm sitting at this position with a box, and I'm mashing L1. This will allow me to freeze these guards really fast, and then I can Fulton them quite fast as well.
That's the sweet spot you want to be in the box, where the chopper won't see you, and then as soon as the guards land, you just hold them up real quickly, freeze all of them in place. It's very easy to, be misaligned. And the soldiers, if you miss a holdup, one could run up the map and you gotta chase them down. So you're gonna pick up more Fultons, as you're limited to how many Fultons you can carry when you first start this mission. So you want to pick up some that are around the area. There's another pack to your right as well, so you're gonna have to grab those to have enough Fultons to get all the soldiers.
Yeah, thankfully, you start with 11 Fultons, and there are 20 soldiers here, so we're pretty much short on Fultons. But thankfully, there are 2 packs of Fultons on this mission as well that you can pick up. Same thing as before.
Nice. All up. And Fulton's them. The other big RNG to this level is the chopper can drop off the soldiers way up into a different area of the map. And that's another bad RNG you can get. So you want the chopper to drop the soldiers right where Jaguar King was positioned here with the box, so he can just hold them all up quickly. But there is a chance the chopper can just drop them off way to your left, and then you're gonna have to go play chase down and try to get all the soldiers. Maybe throw a smoke grenade or something. But you really want the chopper to drop them quickly and drop them right here instead.
Alright, one more batch of soldiers and then we're done. However, usually the last batch of soldiers are the one that is taking its long time to show up.
Recovery subject
So
confirmed
hopefully
on board helicopter.
he's gonna drop them soon.
And it's still hovering. So this is where the big RNG comes in. If you mess something up or the chopper decides to do something horrible and you get an alert, you have to start this whole mission again. Okay, nice. Deploying the last set of soldiers. Quickly hold on.
Well, that was actually not bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
mission.
not the best RNG, but definitely not bad.
One more thing left, and that's like all the vehicles. Captain inside. Yeah, you're gonna blow up the tank. This mission is the same on any percent as well as S rank, because this chopper, the health is so high and you're so underdeveloped that you can't just blow it up with your current weapons. So you have to do the same thing as for New Game and New Game Plus, or excuse me, for S rank and any percent. You just have to wait for the soldiers to come out slowly, take them all out. The only difference is at the end. In S rank, you have to trank the captain, and then on any percent, you just blow him up with the RPG or the wall. But first try, getting out of there without any spawns all the way to your left or anywhere else. So really nice mission.
That was actually good.
Now you know, Dr. Gray. Now you know.
All right, right now, by finishing the last vehicle mission, we're gonna get access to the sneaking suit, and it's actually really helpful to move in really fast. It's faster than the naked fatigue, so we're gonna have to equip it immediately, and then we're gonna equip some of the stuff that we need for this. The Fulton, like just the same thing. Ration in Mark 22, and then smoke grenades.
The sneaking suit is the best one you can get, as it increases your movement speed, and it also masks your footsteps as well.
Yeah, you can freeze a lot of guards quite easily, and usually with other fatigues, they can hear your footsteps. But this one, it's pretty much silence it completely. They will never hear that you're really, really close. However, it has one caveat. I think you can get spotted quite easily compared to the other fatigues.
Yeah, the camo index isn't as high as like the jungle fatigues or the DPM in the jungle. But you take the trade-off of movement speed plus the masking your footsteps.
Also, one more thing, your defense is really, really low with the sneaking suit, which means technically right now for S rank it's not a problem because you're not going to get spotted, but later on you're going to have to do some fighting and fight some enemies, and you're going to end up taking a lot of damage. Because the sneaking suit has a really pure defense on it. Wow.
Yeah, so that's where you want the...
Can't believe that actually happened. So yeah, we failed this mission. We're going to have to do this again.
So this is the S rank category. Not really much you can do if you do get an alert. You have to restart it from the beginning. There are no checkpoints.
I mean, usually, what I usually do is shoot the guard on the head. You can freeze him if you want to, but the problem with freezing him is that he will take like long time. His animation will take longer time for you to wait, so you can Fulton him. So it's faster to shoot him in the head. Yeah, shooting the snipers on the head, so you can like Fulton them faster. That's what I was trying to do, but I failed miserably.
Second try.
So this time I'm gonna freeze him.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
So here coming up is gonna be another cutscene. This is where we're gonna have to meet the Paz's friend. What was her name again?
Cecile.
Cecile, yeah. This is where we're gonna meet her. That's Paz's missing friend, apparently. And yeah, we're just gonna forget about her and continue throughout the run. So, just like before, using the box to climb up this area. Oh. Interesting. There's gonna be one more POW to pick up this guy. And that's the mission.
Nice. Is it done?
So technically, Huey, the scientist that we saved earlier, told us to go and meet Dr. Strangelove, and he gave us a keycard. Turns out that keycard does not work anymore, so we need to find another keycard. This is going to start another mission, another RNG mission, is to locate a guy with an orange jacket who have the keycard for this facility. So that guy could be on 3 different locations, and hopefully he's gonna be on the location that we think he might end up being. He could be on the Revan, on the waterfall, or in the first area. So hopefully he's gonna be on the middle area.
Yeah, this is another huge RNG into the run where you can lose like more than a minute, and nothing you could do really. Just have to chase him down. Hopefully he's in the fastest spawn. The worst is he's all the way back in like the first area, like the little river area where you first start a few missions ago. Hopefully he's not there. So you'll see some people refer to this as finding Naruto because he's got the orange jumpsuit. So you're just looking for that orange jumpsuit.
Once you know which soldier has the ID card, do a body check. To do a body check, first knock the soldier out or put him to sleep.
In the meantime, also we're gonna pick up some soldiers. It's gonna be the last mission that we're gonna pick up any soldiers.
Freeze.
Fulton recovery helicopter is
Ghillie
complete.
suit just blend in so well. I think this
Sneaky.
blindfolded, or your blindfold run, your first playthrough. Very easy to get spotted by those ghillie suit soldiers just around the map.
Alright, so hopefully he is gonna be here. Most of the time, there's a 50% chance he is here in this hillside, by the way. And 25% in Waterfall or in the first area. Alright, he's not here, so hopefully he is going to be on the Waterfall area. How do you know his location? Is by listening to the quetzal bird, which is close to him. Once you enter the area, if you listen to it, then he is here. So he's not on the hillside. So we're gonna check the waterfall, and hopefully he is here. You're not gonna be able to listen to the quetzal here, so I'm gonna have to have a visual confirmation. And he's not here. All right, we got the worst RNG. So he is in the beginning area, and we're gonna have to go in and get that key card from him. That's gonna waste like over 1 minute and 30 seconds properly.
Yeah, this is the worst way to lose time in this game.
Yeah,
Just the
that is
stuff outside
correct.
of your control. You could have a great run. You could be on PB pace, and then this happens.
Freeze. Somebody there?
Okay, that guy didn't want to be held up.
Nothing here.
Alright, all the way back to the beginning of this area where you first start the mission a few missions ago, and yeah, so the worst area he could be, but not much you could do. Gotta get out of it cleanly. There he is.
Freeze.
So yeah, you can't Fulton him right away. You have to pat him down, take his card,
Snake, pick it up.
and then Fulton him.
I bet you can use that ID card you found to get into the lab.
Problem right now, we're pretty much low on mates, which means we're gonna have to get back to the lab without using the box, since we pretty much low on stamina.
Yeah, you're moving around so much in this map that you just use all your calorie mates up.
There are going to be more enemies, by the way. They're going to change their location, so we need to be careful around that. As right now, they're going to be another sniper on this area here. The sniper is so tricky to hit sometimes. I don't know, but it seems that the Xbox version, it's actually harder to hit these snipers compared to like other versions, to the PS3 version.
Yeah, I don't have any experience running this on Xbox, so...
And
played this-
PS3, huh?
Yeah, PS3 and PSP, so don't really know. Is it just the sensitivity of the stick to aim it, or makes it harder?
Probably the aiming that's a little bit harder. It feels like loose. I don't know. Despite me using the same like settings. Anyway, in the way back, we're gonna have to Fulton the guards that we freezed, which is right here, and we're gonna finish this mission after that. But we're not done yet. There's gonna be a QTE sequence that we're gonna have to do, but there's gonna be a really, really like downtime with nothing to do.
And the QTE sequence coming up, I always forget it. Whenever I was doing runs, I always wrote it down somewhere on a post-it
Fulton
and put it
recovery
next to my
helicopter
monitor,
is
because I
complete.
wasn't going to remember all that.
Yeah, me too. I even have like notes of everything that I need to do regarding like loadouts, pretty much mother base and other kind of stuff, QTE segments.
When I was running it, I had like a piece of paper. I just wrote by hand too. I think I still have it somewhere. It's just all chicken scratch, just telling me which loadouts I need, when to go to mother base, when to go next mission. The QTE for this especially was written down somewhere. A lot to remember. So again, here you can't do anything. Just wait for the timer as the Jeopardy music should play. Apache says Xbox has analog acceleration on the left stick. Very annoying.
I'm not sure if it actually applies with this game. I know it's a thing on MGS2 and 3. However, I'm not sure if it's a thing on Peace Walker.
Yes, 3 master race.
For a long time. There is nothing left inside me now, waiting for your birth, your growth. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children.
What is this?
Alright, some MGS3 QT coming up.
Discontinue.
I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission. I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
Alright, so
Jack,
that's the QTE segments.
come
Coming
with
up is
us.
going to be another boss battle with an AI. It's going to be the Chrysalis battle. This fight is actually not as random as the Pupa, but it requires a lot of like precision aiming and stuff. Otherwise, you're going to lose a huge amount of time. But it's actually one of the easy fights in the game.
Funny that in that QTE, there's no checkpoints in the missions, but there are checkpoints within the QTE. So if you mess up like one towards the end, there is like a checkpoint that you don't have to do the whole thing, but I think you lose S rank if you mess up just one of those QTEs. So.
Yeah, that is correct.
And then guess what? You're gonna have to redo the whole mission, not just from the beginning of the QTE, but all the way with whatever the mission was, like finding the Naruto guy. All right, so boss fight. So just preparing the fatigues here, the jungle fatigues. So this boss fight, like Jaguar King said, it could take longer than needed if you miss your shots, if you take too long. So as soon as the fight starts, he's going to pull out the LMG, the M60, and just start blasting away at the thing. Damage. You want to get it to like do that explosion stutter thing before it flies away. So once it gets to that area and start doing that attack, take out the law, do some more damage to it. Nice, got 3 bars down already. Good start.
Through any wall you try to hide behind. They've okayed the request.
And then you want to time out when you want the more ammo. So you gotta shoot a little ahead of it, like that. So once you hit it, it'll stop in its tracks, then you can do another shot. Let's see, get the third one. Nice. So then you pick up more ammo. Alright, so now as it comes back, you want to shoot the thing where it's... You want to shoot a little ahead
That's
of it.
a weird angle.
Yeah, that's a horrible angle. So it's still got the shot, so if you stop it... Usually it flies directly at you, so it's much easier to aim, but that time it was way wide to the right like this. So you shoot ahead of it. Nice. And 2 bars left. 2 shots on the law left as well. As it comes back, shoot ahead of it. Nice.
Nice, that was good actually.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight. didn't even have to go into its other phase where it flies away and you can't even use your rocket ammo anymore.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard
So now it
box.
could land in
Will be
2
sent out
different
shortly.
areas in the map before it lands, and you can blow up the hatch in the AI pod. So you just gotta track it down, see where it lands. Landing up the stairs.
That was that was
See, very easy to miss shots where it's flying directly over you, because most people will shoot where it's at, and by the time the projectile gets there, it'll fly away. But yeah, what Jaguar can get is a shot ahead of it, so by the time it caught up, it stuttered it, stopped it in its tracks. He was able to get 2 and sometimes even another shot onto it, and that was a really fast
Any
fight.
boards you remove can be used to build our own AI weapon. Memory
Can't
boards
really
have
ask for a
different
better fight
functions according to the
against,
icons displayed over them. Go ahead and
what
take
is this one?
whichever ones
Chrysalis?
you want.
Is that what it's called?
If you attack
Yeah,
parts on the
Chrysalis, yeah.
exterior of the machine, the memory boards that control those parts should
Again,
light up.
another one of
You
these.
can tell what a
Usually you
memory
have to
board
pull these
does
out
by
for your
looking
Metal
at its
Gear,
color
but
when it lights up.
Conker's gifted me a sub. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Conkers.
Appreciate the tier 1 gift. So another one where Snake takes no fall damage as he falls from like, I don't know how high that is, but pretty high.
And after this, we're gonna head back to the mother base for the 4th time. This is gonna be the 4th and the final time that we're gonna go to the mother base, and we're gonna do the biggest menus that we need to do here, as we're gonna have to assign some staff to certain positions, develop some stuff, and it should be enough for the rest of the game.
Snake.
This game
So,
also,
mother-
if you ever see, oh, go ahead, Jaguar King.
No, go ahead. There's nothing for me.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention. You see the famous cutscene where Snake or Big Boss is kind of aiming on his eye patch. That actually happens in Peace Walker in the mission with the chopper. Right before that mission starts, if you watch the cutscene, he's aiming his rifle but using his eye patch to aim on the sights.
So here we're gonna put Hio to R&D and Hideo to Intel, and by doing so, we're gonna have the chaff. We're gonna assign the first 15 guy to R&D. However, we can only have 50 for R&D, so we're gonna have to remove any excess and put them to combat units, and then we're gonna auto-assign the rest. And then we're gonna start developing some stuff. We're gonna develop the Sigu stuff, which is another rocket launcher, chaff grenade, and supply marker, the throwable version, not the one that you install. And here we're gonna develop rations and curry, and that's it. And that's gonna be the final mission.
Yeah, by developing that second rocket launcher, the Carl Gustav, so now you don't really need the M60 anymore. You could run dual rocket launchers with the C Gustav as well as the Law, instead of the Law plus the M60. And the Carl Gustav is the one that does the most damage as well. And it also shoots faster than the Law does. So this is a really short, I think it's just one area in this mission. You just run from one end to the other. Some very cool Easter eggs in this mission, like the Assassin's Creed one and things like that.
Yeah, this is the shortest mission in the game, which is actually kind of funny. I heard that there's a lot of people trying to get world record on this as individual levels due to how short it is.
Yeah, I bet. This is probably like the level 1 or whatever it is for Ghost Babel. Just run from one end to the other.
Peace Walkers in a base due west of your current position. Move out.
Bounced. Okay, we're gonna have to take things slowly. Right. One more thing regarding the box. You want to be careful when you're close to a guard, otherwise the box will break and then you're gonna lose it.
Alright, well, this is one of my most hated missions in the game.
Yeah, me too as well. Because this mission, they're gonna be soldiers they're gonna see you and you're gonna have to take them down. However, sometimes things can become really finicky and yeah, things could get worse.
So there are 24 soldiers, something like that, in here, and you have to take them all down. Now, at S rank, you cannot kill a single one, so you have to non-lethally take out 24 soldiers. And then there's also the little cipher robot things flying around that are pretty annoying. They could grab you, they could shoot at you.
There's no
A lot of stuff you have to worry about. So there those two little robots are. Oh, nice headshot from that far away. Takes one out. So you have to take out all 4 before the next set of soldiers. 4 or 5, yeah, I think it's all 4. Before the next set of soldiers spawn. And some of these have snipers, some of these have rocket launchers. So you gotta be careful with what they're using. They could cause quite a lot of damage to you. Takes out the robot things. Okay, now the next set comes in. It's gonna throw a smoke grenade, halt their movement. As they all look at the smoke grenade. Hopefully you can change CQC these guys. So you can't Fulton these guys. Once they get knocked out, like a little blue skull comes on top of their heads. If you notice, if you look carefully, you have to just wait for that skull to go away, and then they'll disappear. And a new wave will spawn.
I guess the main issue about this fight is the ciphers, that's the drones that are getting closer to you. They could cause a lot of trouble to you as well.
Yeah, those things are very annoying. Alright, smoke grenade, halt their movement. These guys are really trying to go the bottom level. They want to spread out, especially the snipers. So you gotta do everything you can to keep them in place. Good headshot. This guy really wants to get out of here. Little crouch runs. What's up? Alright, 2 more sets of soldiers. Oh, the one is trying to run away. You got him. Look at the chain sequence. Alright. Nicely done. Then one more set.
Sometimes the game bugged out and do an empty CQC. That's what's actually happened. That's why one of the soldiers actually survived. But it happens.
Yeah. Oh, it looks funny. Snake just CQCs nothing.
CQC in the air. Apparently the air is his enemy.
It's a ghost. Okay, so you can't hold them up, so you have to, like the other soldiers, you can CQC them and then hold them up as they're on the ground. Since already aware you're there, you have to just CQC them and then headshot them, and that's all the soldiers. No kills.
And immediately right now, we're going to start another fight with one of the AIs. It's going to be Cocoon.
Hey, Bentley.
I mean, this fight is not that hard, actually, but things could go out of hand because the problem with Cocoon is that it deals a huge amount of damage to you. It has like 2 attacks that does like a big, significant amount of damage that we need to be careful around it. So we're going to return back to our fatigue layout. We're going to replace the M60 with the C. Gustav and replace the supply marker with the throwable version of it, which is this one. Gonna make sure I have all the necessary stuff. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, so like the name suggests, Cocoon, it's just a big fortress. You just gotta keep shooting the AI pod at the top. You want to shoot it not at the top of its head, but a little lower to the bottom. So where it gets a little splash damage to the areas around it as
Get rid of the cocoon.
That'll try to end the fight the fastest.
It's you, boss. Get out of there. Run.
So again, it's just Carl Gustav, as well as the law. Space out your shots, dodge its shots, and pull the supply markers when you need more ammo. As you see, you hit that thing like, what, 4 or 5 times and it only takes 1 bar out, so it has a lot of health. And nothing really you can do to speed it up, you gotta keep firing away.
You're gonna want to take
Force
out
the
that
thing.
weapon before jumping on.
He's too far to the left.
Yeah, this is... Oh, okay, kind of see it, there we go. Yeah, if it's like turned completely behind you, you can't see the AI pod and it makes it that much harder to hit it. The Carl Gustav just, it's your best bet, and Law second, just because the speed time for the Carl Gustav is much better and Law is better. But you want to alternate between the two. Then want to have your ammo ready, so you never want to be out of ammo. As he goes around, picks more up. It's a little random what kind of ammo you get on the supply drops. The best thing you could ask for is the more Carl Gustav ammo, the better. Sometimes the game will just give you raw ammo only on your supply drops, which kind of sucks, but each ammo pack, I believe, is 3.
That was too late, yeah. If you take too long, Cocoon is going to start moving. That's going to end up wasting too much time, unfortunately.
Just gotta chase the thing down.
There we go.
Cocoon has a lot of different parts to attack, like the turrets on its shoulders and the back, and all the little missiles around it. But you don't care about any of those, they don't do enough damage. You just want to keep shooting ahead. When you're trying to get your Metal Gear built, this is a good fight to farm those, I guess. Runs up here. It says use the ladder, but you know, we're too smart to use the ladder. We're already up there.
See the ladder on the turret?
Oh, there's a supply marker down here.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Wish there was a tactical reload for this thing, but... Okay, last Carl Gustav shot. Close to the
If you made the request, use the ladder.
Switch over to the wall. Get more ammo. And almost done. There we go. Nice blow up the thing. Get inside.
Attack the AI pod to destroy its hatch. It's the cylindrical structure.
Oh, it's okay. At least we did not die from the main cannon shots. Well, that will do.
And there's nothing to do.
Pull out all
Wait
the
around.
unlocked memory boards.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Pull off
I'll
the
be
memory
back.
boards. All the unlocked boards will have icons over them.
Yes, yeah, these things, nothing really you need to do.
Any boards you remove can be used
Good
to
for
build our own
the
AI
when you build
weapons.
your Metal
Memory
Gear.
boards have different
This
functions
is a good
according
fight,
to the
so you can
icons
focus on if you
displayed
need
Go ahead
AMS,
and
all that
pick
type of
whichever
good
ones you
stuff.
want. If you attack
To start
parts
pulling
on the
out the
exterior of
circuits.
machine, the memory boards that control those parts
There was a way you could
light
just
up.
skip this thing.
You can
Like
tell
press
what a
start.
memory board does by looking at its color when it lights up.
Yeah, if it is a 2-hour run. There's a 2-hour run. A break or two would be nice, but there's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. Let's see if this is another area where Snake has no fall damage. And that thing
Built-in bathroom breaks. That is correct.
perfectly hits the door and opens it for us. Wonder what would happen in this game if that didn't hit that door perfectly.
I guess fish and mild, maybe.
Like, oh, now it's open.
All right. Now the underground base. This mission is not that hard, but the amount of precise movements is really, really big. You want to do a lot of precise movements, otherwise you're gonna lose. You might end up screwing stuff and getting spotted quite easily because the way the enemy is positioned here is kind of annoying to deal with. So yeah, hopefully things are gonna go okay. We're gonna go back to our sneaking suits. Okay, making sure we have everything. Then we're gonna start the mission.
Stealth.
Everyone's on alert already.
The enemy's still on
I guess
high
the
alert
fight
after
that went
last
outside.
tangle. Don't get yourself
So
caught.
throw a smoke grenade, trap them all in there, and then use the elevator.
That elevator should take you underground. To use the elevator, press the action button in front of the switch.
This is where the precise movements come in. Don't want these guys to see you at all. Let this guy run past. And then box boost.
What's that?
Use the pillar. Loses track of you. Let these guys run past and you're good to go to the next area. Oh, this guy.
I messed up the timing, but that's okay.
Enemies close.
Oh,
What is
nice.
it?
Basically, what I'm supposed to do is using the mate before the elevator, and I completely forgot. That's okay, I have a backup for that.
What's that?
There we go. That was a little bit scary at the second area, but should be fine.
Maybe a little elbow grease will get those shutters open. Try tapping the action
The
button
snake
as fast
just-
as you can.
So strong.
Nice,
Pulls up
Snake.
the
From here, it's
floor.
a straight shot to Peace Walk.
So this QT segments, you gonna explain that, Sparty?
Yeah, so this QTE segment, before people would the runners would actually go through all of it. But now you don't really need to. the other one I'm thinking of. So in the beginning, I just want to get through all the soldiers. Business.
Also, the problem with this QT, if you fail the input, there are no checkpoints. You're gonna finish the mission and then you're gonna get an A rank. And we're gonna have to go do this mission all over again in order to get an S rank.
So this is
Good
the
luck
one
with
where
that. Yeah.
I was mixing up the 80% for the S rank. So the 80% one, you just fail it because the story still continues. But with S rank, you have to go through all the QTE inputs and yank that key card to get the S rank. But in 80%, you can just fail the first one, get the cutscene over with, and then the story will continue regardless. But you lose the S rank. So how did everyone? All right, now we get into the torture. Peace Walker torture isn't really that bad. It's one of the easier ones when you compare it to like MGS 1, especially like if you compare it to MGS 2. But Peace Walker 1 is easy. And it looks funny.
Admit it!
If you want to see something funny, I suggest you guys to watch the Japanese version of the torture sequence.
Why? Why not just
Yeah,
give
the
up?
Japanese version, for some reason, the road, the electricity roads, is actually like Tickle Road, and Snake is pretty much Laugh. Apparently, torture is pretty much like this application of torture on Japan is banned or something, and they have like replaced it with like laughing rods. So here, we're gonna use the keycard that we just got in. There's a faster way to do this mission, but I'm gonna do the safe way.
Don't be getting any ideas.
Once this guy turns around, I'm gonna sneak in behind him, CQC him, and kick him in the nuts.
Run the nuts. And he's knocked out.
Alright, that was actually unlucky. I did not get alerts, but sometimes that guy can see you from far away. Thankfully, things went really good right now.
You don't want to get an alert here. I think not just for the rank, but you can't progress if they are aware you're there.
Yeah, the door will not open. So, we're gonna turn back to the base again. And we're gonna head back to Peace Walker Hangar.
So you get all your equipment back.
So this is where like movements need to be perfect. Otherwise, you're gonna end up getting a risk of getting spotted. So doing 2 dashes of boxes here, and then I'm gonna run in so without using the box.
Peace Walker's hangar now.
So again, sneaking suit, very useful.
How did that happen? I froze it, but for some reason did not register. That was weird. So we're gonna have to restart the mission again.
Unlucky, but we'll do it again.
Time's running short. Get over to Peace Walker's hangar now.
There we go.
Freeze.
Maybe that leads underground. Enemies that coordinate their attacks are too much trouble when you're solo. Just steer clear.
Recharging mates to the final area. So here, we're gonna CQC one of the guard as a buffer to our movement, so we do not get spotted.
All right, Peace Walker can't be far. Hurry.
So this guy with a shield, I'm gonna go behind him, CQC him, freeze him, use the box. The guy's gonna come to investigate, and this is gonna give me a clear passage to the hangar. And after that, that's gonna be the mission, and then we're gonna do Peace Walker, battle number 1. So Peace Walker, battle number 1, there's a loop that we can do, the flamethrower loop. So let me make sure that I have the necessary equipment. We do not need the smoke grenade, ration. Alright, we should be fine.
Tyler sub. Prime Gaming for 3 months. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Tyler. So first thing first, we're gonna go under Peace Walker to the other side. This is gonna trigger the flamethrower movements. 3, 4. Then I'm gonna start shooting Peace Walker on the back.
Yeah, you want to be just far enough to where the flamethrower doesn't hit you. But you don't want to be too far back. So you just want to be right under Peace Walker. Kind of just loop over and over again, and as it moves, you move with it, and stay right in that exact area. Just dodge that shot.
Face me.
So there he goes, tries to do the flamethrower again, but you're just far enough where the flamethrower isn't hitting you, and you're just continuing to launch rockets at it. So you gotta be careful your ammo doesn't run out. So you throw your ammo in the right area so you continue to loop.
They've okayed the request for support.
And there it goes, using the flamethrower again. I've seen some of these fights before this loop was discovered, and boy, it was not pretty. But thanks to whoever discovered this, it makes this fight really one of the easiest boss fights. Nice. Again, moving with Peace Walker, staying in that same area, just keeping the loop going, making sure you have enough ammo, you call in your supply markers when needed. So the only way you can make this fight last longer is you miss your shot. But Jaguar's doing a good job nailing the shots and
they've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
I really love the music in this boss battle.
Flamethrower engaged.
Alright, one more health left.
It's really important not to get hit by the flamethrower, because what flamethrower do is stamina damage, and with the low stamina that we actually have, we're gonna get knocked out, and then we're gonna have to mash the analog, the left analog stick to wake up. But that was actually a good fight. I mean, that's what we call the flamethrower loop.
Unlike the other mech battles, you don't jump into the pod this time. Now some QTEs, very cool looking QTEs where you're just on the white horse and trying to just dodge the missiles. You mash faster, the horse will run faster, stop mashing, it'll drop that. I will take that.
Snake, you're entering the woods. Watch out! Peace Walker's getting away!
Interesting thing about the missiles, you don't have to worry about getting hit by one of the missiles as it will not void your S rank. Although this is a QTE segment, you don't have to worry about that. Alright. Now gonna be 4 more mission, and then we're done.
Snake.
So
Okay.
the US base. The US base is one of the hardest missions in the game. And things could go really, really wrong on this particular mission, especially this one.
There's some really tight movements in this mission, especially at the beginning of the area. When you're rounding your corners, when you're approaching guards. Might not look like it just because Jaguar King has done this so many times, but it's very easy to mess it up where a drone or an enemy from afar can spot you. With this turn right here,
Tower to the west.
freeze them very quickly, and then turn that corner around. There's a soldier up top, could see you. Do that thing which causes a caution, so 2 soldiers up top will kind of look that way.
Understood.
You have to maneuver around them.
Proceed with extra caution.
What?
And into the cargo elevator.
I mean, the first and the second area is not that hard. It's just the third one that is quite hard because sometimes enemy positions will be different. I might take it safely though.
Second area, go ahead.
It's okay. Nothing. Throwing a smoke grenade to this guy. It's really important to not use the box, otherwise the cipher on top is gonna spot you.
This is where the guard placement could be a little different. I'm not sure what causes it. Just sometimes the guy's there, sometimes he's not.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird.
Alright, so he's right there. Smoke grenade. Okay, there's 2 enemies up there, I believe, and a drone. Drone's out of the way.
Okay. Okay, he's
That
coming to
falls
investigate,
asleep.
which is good. So this is the safe way. This guy's gonna come in to investigate, and will allow me to continue forward.
He just runs right by you, goes the other way.
That is the mission. There's a faster way to do this mission, but it is really, really risky, and for marathon safety, I opted not to do it. Alright,
Hey.
now we're gonna get spotted, and we're gonna have to go head to the control tower. And however, we're pretty much on an alert, so we're gonna have to take down any enemy that are in front of us.
Yeah, this is not a sneaking mission since everyone knows you're here. So for S rank, you have to be careful. You cannot kill anyone
And not die.
and not die.
The control tower
And
that's
with the
controlling
sneaking suit,
Peace Walker is located
like
to the
Jaguar
northeast.
mentioned,
Go back
you take a
east
lot
the
of
way you came,
damage
then
as
head
he throws a
north from
grenade
there.
right at you. Unfortunate.
Yeah, this mission is really, really scary and dangerous. And the fact that most of the guard have LMG. Oh. Wow, that was close. The most important thing is to not get your box broken on you, as you're gonna need it for fast movements.
Yeah, so if you do a box boost or you run into an enemy with your box, it'll break. And you can't use it anymore. So more guards with LMGs. Later on, some have snipers, some have rocket launchers. Gotta be careful.
Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Should be fine, I guess.
This is a dangerous area where you're kind of exposed to everything. You just try to do damage with exploding barrels as more enemies start shooting at you.
Can't you make something to conceal yourself?
Oh my god, that guy.
I was aiming at your head the whole time.
He just took like 2 rations with his LMGs. Yeah, that's the scary part of this mission. Because these guards are heavily equipped. Let's do this again.
The control tower that's controlling Peace Walker is located to the northeast. Go back east the way you came, then head north from there.
These snipers are a big issue sometimes. There we go. Yeah, usually the guy on the left side in the third area with an LMG is the one that you die to if you are so unlucky. This is why we have the curry, but I would rather have leave the curry for the final area.
Take care of the cipher. Throw more smoke grenades down there. One soldier starts running up.
It was this guy who did a lot of damage to me in the previous area.
The one guy on the right saw the smoke and just... It was like he got held up. He just went to the ground and put his hands behind his head. It was weird. Hey, back to this area. So back, chose Mercy this time.
Okay, you.
Can you think something to conceal yourself?
Take care of you with the smoke. Saw the smoke one behind him.
RPG, this could be trouble.
Are you kidding me? Holy shit. That
Oh
guy,
my god.
that
I
guy
got
is
one
out for
curve
blood.
left.
He's definitely out for blood. I have 2 rations. Technically, I should get 1 in the next area. Okay.
One last.
Just make sure to get things fine here. And as you can see that we're pretty much losing a huge amount of time. This is how scary this mission is.
Especially with the sneaking suit, as you're more prone to damage than the battle suit. Or even the fatigues, the jungle fatigues, or the DPM or anything, but... 2 guys towards the end of the elevator.
Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick up some ammo.
Take the elevator, quick.
Wow, where did that guy come from? He woke up.
Yeah, this is like the bottom platform. You got CQC and he got up.
I thought I shot him. Looks like I forgot.
Yeah, he only shot the second one, not the first one. Hey, last area.
Watch out for the gunship.
A lot of guards everywhere. And a helicopter as well. Okay, so you shot this guy, CQC'd him, knocked him out.
You'll be shot dead in a second. There's nowhere to run. You've got to take those guys down.
So you're using this as cover, kind of, before you run out into the courtyard. Just taking out these guys.
I'm taking things
There's one guy
slowly
left.
here. Alright. We're gonna throw a supply marker. Hopefully it's gonna give us a ration.
You gotta take out the chopper to advance this.
Okay, ration. Okay, we should be fine. So it's better to use the M60 instead of like rocket launchers like the Law and the Gustav, as you will be able to do a lot of DPS with that.
So once you take care of the chopper, one last set of soldiers will come through that door as it opens up.
It'll be sent out shortly.
And you have to take them out before you continue and finish the mission.
Look, Snake, the gate.
Well, he's blasted his buddy.
That guy just shoots first, asks questions later. We got to the RPG to the back. Hugged along like it was nothing. Where is this guy? Do all the smoke. There he is.
So yeah, we're giving a shot and then CQC him. Where's the other guy? I could go and CQC him, but I don't want to risk getting LMG'd by him. And that's the mission.
It's locked. You'll have to take out all
One
enemies
more
before
left.
you can go up.
Yeah. Coming up is the hardest mission to S rank. I'm gonna try my best. If I could not, then it's unfortunate. But Peace Walker, you want to finish the mission in less than 12 minutes and 30 seconds, and the problem is that we are pretty much under-leveled and under-equipped against Peace Walker, and hopefully, and we might end up taking too long to defeat it. Also, we might go overestimate, so I apologize for that.
No worries.
So,
Peace
Peace
Walker.
Walker, we're gonna dig
That's
at the battle
right.
dress and equip stuff.
The battle dress very good for taking punishment as your defense gets higher, but your movement is tremendously worse.
Combat.
Peace Walker, S rank not an easy category to run. I think you're the only one that runs this category.
Yeah, pretty much the only one. So, supply marker and a chaff grenade, and we should be fine. So the problem with Peace Walker is that she is a bullet sponge. I mean, yeah. A real bullet sponge, and this fight could take really, really long. Couple of bullets. There we go.
Yeah, so like Jaguar King said, this fight is really not meant to be done this early, especially with, you know, all your weapons and everything so underdeveloped that it doesn't do much damage. So the sweet spot for Peace Walker, you want to shoot her, I like that knee, shin, like under the joint area, so where it can splash damage 3 different areas at once and get the most hit markers. You just gotta keep shooting away at her. She's gonna run around the map, slide around everywhere, so you gotta get your supply markers in the right areas. Make sure you always have rocket ammo to shoot at her. Slowly chip away at her health. Really the only thing that you could lose time on is if you run out of ammo, you're waiting for supply markers, you're getting damaged a lot, so you just gotta position yourself correctly as Jaguar throws another supply marker getting ready.
They've okayed the request.
Like that, you know, she slides everywhere and
As we speak.
flamethrower, one of the worst attacks she does. Pick up those ammos and keep shooting at that leg. You would think that shooting at the head or the AI pod you get more damage, but it's really the leg that gets the most damage. So now she runs around behind the hangars and the buildings. So you just wait for her to pop up and then shoot her
They've okayed your request for a cardboard
between the
box.
hangars.
It'll be sent out shortly.
And then throw those missiles that dig underground and they pop up from underground and explode. So you just gotta make sure you have a far enough distance to where the splash damage doesn't hit you, throw you down. So now she's coming out of the water. Switching over to the wall. Okay. Slowly chipping away, 2 bars down. 8 more to go. And he has one lost shot left. This is where
They've okayed the
Carl
request.
Gustav, 3 shots
Sending out a
left.
cardboard box as we speak.
So now when she has this electric pulse ring around her head, as you can see, you cannot shoot any rocket chatter. But what Jaguar King does is he throws a chaff grenade. The chaff grenade will take that ring, that electromagnetic pulse around her neck out, so then you can start shooting the rocket launchers again. So with that pulse, you cannot use the rocket launchers. So just your bullets won't damage her. But if you use a chaff grenade, then it takes that pulse out of her head, and you can start using your rocket launcher to deal massive amounts of damage.
Initializing nuclear launch sequence. Launch area set. Opening missile.
Alright,
Going back
so
to
this
the
is a little
nuclear
countdown.
Self-defense mode.
Usually she just keeps shooting her, stagger her, peace walk her out of the phase. More supply markers.
request for a cardboard box. It'll be
I
sent
like that
out
he's
shortly.
throwing the supply markers kind of farther away from each other, just in case Peace Walker decides to run away, and probably will.
Engage.
Just to cover more ground. Alright, halfway through. Get in the water. Oh, decides to move up slightly. I mean, that was a damage between 8,000 and like 1,800. That slight movement up.
I'm getting unlucky with her movements right now.
It's just a bob and beat
Should be
alive.
fine.
Firing rocket launcher.
Yes, if you shoot her in the leg, you saw it's like 3,800 damage. Whatever 3,800 times 3 is, close to 12k. So now again, the electromagnetic pulse, you cannot use your rocket ammo. So Jaguar King throws the chaff grenade, takes that out.
Oh, I mistimed it. That's unfortunate. The chaff grenade did not work. You want to throw a chaff grenade at a specific time, otherwise this is what happened. Now I'm gonna have to use another chaff grenade. Unfortunately now I cannot damage her, I'm gonna have to wait.
Yeah. So the other strat is you can bring the M60 with you as well and use that, but that doesn't do as much damage as the rockets do, so best bet is to use the chaff grenade to knock her out of this phase, and then use your rocket launchers.
I'm waiting for her to go back to neutral so I can use the chaff grenade.
Really just buying time here.
Yeah, when she passes out like that, this is where you can use the chaff grenade and you'll be able to damage her. Otherwise, you'll not be able to cancel her EMP pulse.
Alright, closer and closer here.
They've okayed your request
Dash
for a
attack,
cardboard box.
dodges out of the way.
Really? She's gonna do it again. This is unfortunate, which means I have no choice now but to use the M60 since I do not have a chaff grenade.
And the M60, like compared to the rocket, it just doesn't do the same amount of damage, not even close, but it's better than nothing. You get almost like 12k amount of damage with one good rocket launcher shot. Like 300, maybe less than 100 if you're shooting legs.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Going to the hangar. Still has the electromagnetic pulse up.
When she goes into nuclear, you're gonna be able to use the rocket again because she's gonna remove her EMP pulse.
1 minute to launch.
She's going back into nuclear launch mode. Stop her, Snake.
Alright.
Switching to self-defense mode. Jump engaged.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Wow, I was far away. Alright.
Got to that like huge blast radius.
Initializing nuclear launch sequence. Launch angle set.
And then 2 bars.
Rocket launcher. Switching to self-defense mode. Jump engaged.
Alright, so now she just
Launching S-mine.
walking on 2 feet. S mines going around. You can actually either shoot her in the legs or you shoot the S mines when she launches in the air and do damage that way.
Launching S-mine. Launching S-mine.
Unfortunate it's crazy.
Launching S-mine. Launching S-mine.
You don't want to stand in front of her, obviously. Here.
Launching S-mine. Launching S-mine.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Freeze.
Is her to touch you. If the laser touches you, you freeze in place. Let's dodge out of the way of that attack.
Flamethrower engaged.
Alright, 1 bar left. Yeah, the damage can be, that miss would miss the iPod and hit the body instead. It's like a 8,000 damage versus 1,500 damage in just like 2 shots. That's
Freeze.
for like 12k damage difference. She decides to just start moving crazy and hit a body shot instead of the AI pod. Closer to the end here. Now you gotta wait 2 years for the engine to reload.
There we go. This is definitely not gonna be in this rank, but we tried.
Yeah, a little unfortunate with the shots and her movement, and then the chaff grenade thing, but not horrible.
Yeah, the problem with getting in a strike in this mission is not the fight. The fight itself is not that hard. It's just the time limit. You need to beat Peace Walker in less than 9 minutes, and then we're gonna have like 2 minutes and 10 seconds of removing the AI pods. Technically, it's 12 minutes and 30 seconds. You need to finish in this mission less than 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, so unlike the previous AI pods where you sit around and do nothing, this one you actually do need to take every single board out.
Just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills are limited to use to hurt friends. So then, what is an enemy? Is there such thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There
You want to do it all in order,
and never
so where
has
Snake
been.
moves the
And
least.
the reason is that our enemies
So you don't
are
want to
human
move all the
beings
circuit
like
boards
us.
out, then jump to
They
the
can
other
only
side of it.
be
You just want to
our
move to the one
enemies
next to you.
The world
Continue
must be made
taking out the
whole.
boards.
The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose, and with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Hunters. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family.
10 minutes of our lives is my life. And my child.
Kill me. Kill me now. Do it.
There's nothing left inside me now, waiting for you.
Through the rainy plain of Spain.
I may no longer be able to bear I fear.
The lonely farms, traces.
Operation. It's 10 minutes of our lives.
Through the rainy plain of Spain.
All that's is my life.
I is
And my child is
about 3.
There is nothing left inside me, waiting for your birth, your growth, and I may no longer be
Jack!
10 minutes of our lives.
Jack!
All that is my life. And my child.
And that's it. That's the Peace Walker mission, and unfortunately, it's not going to be NS rank. Which technically, I should have reset this whole mission, but nah, I'm not going to do so.
Yeah, this is the one mission where you're not gonna reset the whole thing and start the fight over just because in a marathon setting you didn't get that, but
And yeah, technically this is where the game finishes. However, we have one more mission. But the existence of this mission is kind of annoyance. Technically, you need to shoot Peace Walker a few times before the time limits, before it can finishes or like sending the data or anything. And they told you here you need to stop Peace Walker, keep shooting at it. But technically, you do not need to do so. I'm gonna use my trusty box and chill, watching the lake here. And yeah, we're not gonna do anything else. As I said before, you do not need to do anything here. It's just a timed mission. You're supposed to only wait for 2 minutes. That's it. It's gonna be the end of this mission as well, and the end of the run.
I remember just throwing rockets after rockets at it. I guess later I found out you don't really have to do anything. Just sit there. It's a time thing. And then once Peace Walker explodes and it fades to black, that's where it's time.
Yeah, that is correct.
So we just enjoy the view.
Nice view. Who knows? This view is probably going to be the last thing before the world's end.
That's what it looked like in Peace Walker.
I wonder how is he doing. Oh, it's doing fine. Alright.
I wonder why they programmed it like this. Not even a single hit. Wait.
Yeah. Interesting thing that I noticed is that the box degrade the longer that you actually sit around it, and eventually it's gonna break. Just like that.
R.I.P. box. Served its purpose.
Alright, we're almost done.
Alright, just let me know when it's time. And
Alright, and time. Wow.
alright, GG's. Love the little song in the credits here.
By the way, let me mute this because this is a DMCA song. There we go. I muted it. So yeah, the song, sing a song. here is actually a copyrighted and protected under DMCA, so you do not want to play that apparently. And yeah,
Alright.
that is Peace Walker. That was like 7 minutes above the time estimate. Technically, the time estimate is supposed to be 2 hours and 10 minutes, but apparently ESA made a mistake and put it 2 hours. And I was like, you know what? I can get 2 hours. I mean, technically everything was fine, but with the exception of that death and that resets, I think we reset it like 4 times. Without any resets, you can easily get 2 hours, like 1 hour and 56 maybe.
Yeah, and then the Naruto spawn sucked as well. But yeah, GG's Jaguar King. So we're gonna go take a break, and Jaguar King is gonna come right back actually with some MGS2. His race with D-Limes 13 will happen. So give us a few moments, we get situated, and we will be right back.